KOZ and Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs. This is 1620, The Zone. And here's what you need to know.
In Major League Baseball, Guardians designated hitter David Fry suffered multiple facial and nasal fractures after he was hit by a pitch in the face during last night's game. The injuries did not require surgery, but Fry is done for the season as he needs 6 to 8 weeks to recover from the injuries. Right now, the Tigers and the Guardians are on a rain delay in Cleveland, while the Brewers have extended their lead over the Padres in San Diego. They're up right now. It is 3-1, bottom of the ninth inning, and San Diego is down to their final out. In the NFL, Seahawks are listing running back Zach Charbonnet as questionable for Thursday night against the Cardinals. Bucs wide receiver Chris Godwin was a full participant today. San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy was limited in practice with his toe and shoulder injuries, and no practice for wide receiver Ricky Pearsall and wide receiver Jawan Jennings. Giants head coach Brian Daboll confirms that Jackson Dart will start at quarterback in Week 4 against the Chargers. I'm Amancio Olaños.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome inside the After Hours Lounge, brought to you by Bellevue University. Keep up to date on all the championship action happening on Bellevue's campus by downloading the BU Bruins app to your smartphone tonight. Jimmy Allen, a very handsome John Schreiner, and Dan Campanen with you here tonight. We got a great show lined up for you. Bob Williams with Williams Law is going to stop in over the stream tonight and talk to us about what it will look like to legalize gambling mobily over your phone. We'll talk about that at 6:15. At 6:30, it's time for Call Your Shot. If you haven't participated in Call Your Shot tonight at 6:30, we're going to give you 7 games against the spread. There are some rules that go along with it. You could be going to a game of great significance on Black Friday, about 45 minutes away from Omaha. Think about it. You'll get there. If you participate all season long and have the most points at the end of the season. Also, it's open bar night. We'll open up the show to you at 7:15. We did get the post out a little bit late. It is not too late to get your questions in, though. If you have some topics you want us to break down, we can do so at 7:15. And then at 7:30, we'll tell you what will, won't, and should happen this week in college football. 402-951-1620. That's how you can get hold of the show. You can follow us on social medias at After Hours 1620 as well. Don't forget, you can also find the Call Your Shot picks at 6:30 on our Twitter page as well. I was trying to think about what we were going to do to open the show tonight, and I started writing down statistics and started writing some things out, and it got me to thinking. Is there a possibility that we missed a glaring issue with Nebraska's offense in that first game against Cincinnati? Now, we talked a lot about their lack of throwing the football down the field and the cover 3 defense and the shell defense that Cincinnati was running that kind of contained Nebraska's downfield passing attack.
Yes.
And then Michigan happened. And I'm wondering if both things can be true. And I think it's probably more the case. But it's got me wondering. Was Nebraska playing into Cincinnati's game plan and just nickeling, diming down the field because that's what Cincinnati was doing? Or did Nebraska feel like they needed to run that game plan because of their fear of inability to block in pass protection? Because from what I saw against Michigan, now listen, the guys on the other side of the ball in the maize and the blue,
they're pretty good,
are a little more athletic and better coached than the guys in Cincinnati. No offense to Skyline Chili, but
big offense to Skyline.
I'm kind of like, I think the thing I'm looking forward going down the road in this season is how much is Dylan Raiola checking down and taking what the defense is giving them and playing within the system versus this being a necessity, because if we're holding on to the football too long and our guys, even though they're getting downfield, we can't get the ball to them because there's a defensive end in our quarterback's lap. Because going forward, to me, that might be a little bit of the narrative.
Yeah, it's...
Now, both things could be true. It could be that Cincinnati was running that shell defense and Nebraska was just taking what they gave them and they were worried about pass blocking. There could have been both things. Could have been one or the other. But I think after what we saw on Saturday, this is something that should be a possible concern, because when you have guys like Cortez Mills, that when he's gotten into the game has been able to stretch the defense and make some plays, both he and Quinn Clark have kind of shown the ability to do that. Now, most of the time that's been against lesser than competition, right? But what do we hear about Cortez Mills all season, 50-50 monster, 50-50 ball monster. Dane Key should be able to be winning balls downfield, and Isaiah Hunter should be able to stretch the top off the defense. We haven't really seen them do that, specifically consistently.
And look, I'm not that concerned about it. I think that what you saw against Michigan was somewhat of an outlier from a defensive line versus offensive line standpoint. You're not, I don't think, going to see another defensive line with that kind of talent until you play Penn State. I don't believe there's another team on Nebraska's schedule that has that much ability at the defensive line and defensive ends and outside linebacker spots. So for the future of the season, I'm not all that concerned about it. I do think that based on what tape that teams have on Dylan Raiola from last year, later on in the season, when teams played over the top and forced him to throw underneath, that's when he started throwing interceptions.
Yeah.
When they forced him to throw over the middle of the field, that's when they made plays on the ball. So I do think that there has been some of that where teams are saying, okay, we think this guy's going to make a mistake if we force him to throw to the middle of the field and throw it underneath. And he has not done that. He's made a lot of plays throwing the ball over the middle of the field and underneath. So I think you're going to see over this next stretch of games, this next quarter of the season probably, I think teams are going to start to maybe try to take away some of that underneath stuff because that's where Nebraska is making their hay.
Maybe blitz on the outside and leave two linebackers over the middle to cover the middle. Yeah.
And I think you're going to start to see some of those big shot plays come in. You're
going to have
to the game plan. They got one against Michigan.
Broken defense. Yeah.
When, they ran that double sluggo where it's like nobody covered Barney.
Yeah.
And he got over the top in a hurry.
Probably need to cover that dude. Yeah.
Probably need to cover that guy.
He's your leading receiver right now, 301 yards, 75 yards per game. Both he and Dane Key have 3 touchdowns. Like I was breaking down the numbers, and this is what got me to that last thought process. My next thought process was, and this means nothing to anybody other than talking heads. Right now, Dylan Raiola through 4 games has 1,137 yards, 75% completion rate, and 11 touchdowns to just 1 pick. Now, obviously, these numbers are a little bit skewed because of the competition that they've played. But my thought was, if Dylan hits the metrics that we talked about before the season, about a 3,500-yard passer and say 25 plus touchdowns and less than 10 interceptions, but Nebraska is still in that 7-5, 8-4 range. What do we say about Dylan Raiola after this season if Nebraska is still fighting for bowl eligibility around the end of November? Because on paper, if he hits those, if he's north of 3,000 yards
right now, the pace is 3,411.
Right, which he's not going to get there. We know that. That's just because they're not. Listen, Akron and Houston Christian aren't walking back through the door, so those numbers are going to taper off quite a bit. Probably not in half, but I mean it's probably somewhere closer to the upper end of 2,500, 3,000 rather than over 3,000 yards. But if he is able to eclipse 3,000 yards this season, he's able to throw for more than 25 touchdowns because that's just 14 more through 8 games. That should be doable. And Nebraska is still I'm thinking if they're walking into the game.
They drew for 3 against the best team on the schedule so far.
But if they're walking into Iowa or even the week before with the possibility of missing a bowl game, but those numbers are still intact. How much does because there's even the perception the TJ Lateef of it all is still out there. People are clamoring for the backup quarterback. Stop me if you've heard that in Nebraska before.
Nobody smart is doing that.
I agree, but I'm just wondering what the discussion around here sounds like. And that a guy that is on social media as much as Dylan Raiola is going to hear those narratives and hear that conversation. I just wonder what that conversation is going to sound like. If in year 2 of a guy that is supposed to be a 5-star quarterback that got to bowl eligibility and overcame that and won a bowl game in year 1, which I think that's where the lowest bar was set for his potential, right? In his freshman season. But my thought about this, and I've said this since the beginning of the season, is this feels like year 2 of Matt Rule at his 2 other stops more than it does year 3. Because what did he do at Temple? What did he do at Baylor the first year he got there? He found a freshman quarterback. He found freshman weapons, and they built from the ground up with the guys that they could get and the guys that had experience but put a ton of youth into it. Now, that's what last year felt like. So this feels like more like year 2 for me. Like, you can talk about the year 3 Matt Rule bump all you want, but like if you're talking about the way that it has unfolded at his other locations and stops, this feels more like the second year than it does the third year, just based on what the roster looks like.
As far as the Dillon conversation goes, I think it matters how it looks.
Yeah.
Is Nebraska bowl, fighting for bowl eligibility because he's thrown a bunch of interceptions and turned the ball over and not played well? Or is it something else? Has the offense been really prolific and the defense has let them down? Has it been, he just hasn't had any time to throw and he's been sacked the most times in the country? Like I think the details matter.
Yeah.
I don't think there is a blanket answer for this one. And look, I don't know that there's a more polarizing player in the entire country right now than Dylan Raiola.
I agree.
And you're seeing it play out over social media and on your talking head shows all over sports media right now, because there's a certain contingent of sports fans who are just going to hate him and call him Timu Patrick Mahomes and do all of these things because for whatever reason, they just want to hate him. They just want to try and drag him down. And then, like, there's starting to be this vocal minority that is stepping up and speaking in the media now that's like,
the defense of him.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah.
Like, look at the way this guy's played this season. And, like, stop with your personal attacks and just look at the numbers. Look at the way he's played.
He's the only quarterback in the country with 1,000 passing yards, 100 completions, 10 touchdowns with a 75% or higher completion ratio. He's the only one, the only guy in the country.
And the Tom Fornelli stuff that came out is just like, it is absurd. Like that he can't.
Let me tell you about clickbaits, kids.
He can't get over his own personal opinions of the way Dylan Raiola conducts himself to accurately grade him as a football player.
Whoa.
And that's a problem.
That's what you think is happening? Because I took it as we need some clicks. We know how to get in the craw of Nebraska fan bases. And if we do that, we know the numbers are going to go up. That's how I read that situation more than like his thoughts on Dylan Raiola acting.
I think he was being completely honest.
Oh, okay. Well, there's that too.
I think he can't stand that Dylan Raiola sort of looks like Patrick Mahomes and has a similar haircut and has, weird arm angles sometimes. And it's like, yeah, all those things are true, but it's working right now.
Yeah.
Like, take the play for what it is. Take the player's appearance out of it. Like, if you can't do that, then I'm sorry for you. You should find a different job. But there is a certain contingent of people out there now who are starting to step up and say, hold on a minute. Like, this was fun for a year when he was a freshman and he was just playing okay to do this. But like, we've moved on now. And he has improved significantly. Like, honestly, the Dylan Raiola that we're seeing this year is better than the one I thought we were going to get.
Right.
Like, you remember, I said I thought he would be somewhere around 2,900 yards. I think it's well above that.
Yeah,
now.
because that now would be a pretty disappointing finish to the season. Like, Cornelius' big thing is like talking about how Dylan doesn't read defense. Well, the reason he found Ja'Cory Barney on that touchdown pass was because he saw both corners split and knew it was going to be.
He got absolutely raked over the coals for saying that too. A bunch of people went at him for like, you like DJ Lagway, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry, I had to tune out for a second. Are we still talking about the Tom Fornelli being a total jackwagon thing?
Yeah.
Andy and Ari on the On3 podcast.
Yeah. Andy Staples and Ari Wasserman.
They actually gave probably the best example that I literally just listened to because it popped up on my Twitter and I was like, I've been waiting for this all day. Why didn't you guys alert me that you were going to talk about Dylan Raiola in this context? May I?
Yeah.
May we have an early social media soundbite? Because this actually makes a lot of sense and is kind of to both of your points.
Mm.
They go on to talk more about the cosplay
thing. As if he's just actually cosplaying as Patrick Mahomes, by the way, which is an asinine statement in its own right. But go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, it always makes me laugh because number one, to defend Dylan Raiola on the single front that everyone always attacks him on. Their haircut that Patrick Mahomes had.
It's gone.
Is gone now. But prior to that, has been extremely popular for many years prior to Patrick Mahomes even being in the league. They have the same trainer. That's perfectly fine. He is one of the best quarterback trainers in the nation.
I'm going to make a case in point about that really quickly. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Dan. The kid that lives across the street from me was touring at Nebraska and had the faux hawk haircut and literally had people yelling, "Hey, Raiola," at him. Like, and I'm going to tell you right now, my neighbor and Dylan Raiola do not look anything alike. Yeah. So go ahead, Dan. Sorry.
Yeah, that's like the only thing that truly bothers me because so I went to my local eatery / drinking establishment that is next door to where I live to watch the game. We obviously got the ball first in that game, and someone from the back of the room casually just said, "Oh, just wait for it. They're gonna compare him to Patrick Mahomes at some point within the first 4 downs."
By the way, and that is not Dylan Raiola pushing that narrative either, by the way.
No, it is not.
Hey, we gotta get to Bob Williams, so he's waiting for us.
He's in the room.
If you missed our opening segment tonight, check it out on our radio replay page on 1620thezone.com. It was brought to you by Aloe Fiber. From Nebraska's neighborhoods across the state, it's clear there's no place like Nebraska. Just like so many of all of us, Aloe calls Nebraska home. Born and raised right here in the Cornhusker State, sharing proud traditions of agriculture, athletics, and education, and community. Just like game day traditions brings us together season after season, Aloe brings people together, connecting us by connections. Go to aloefiber.com/Husker Radio and sign up for a provider that picks Nebraska first. It's the official internet provider, an official internet TV and mobile provider of the Huskers. It's Aloe Fiber. We'll be back. Bob Williams tells us why mobile gambling should be legal in the state of Nebraska. 1620 Zone.
Hey, everybody, it's John here for Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, and guess what? It's fall. And that's why we're telling you that Jerry Ryan's got the new fall lineup from Mizzen and Maine, Johnny O, and Roan now in stock. And let me tell you this. We've been talking about cosplay. If you want to dress like me, get yourself a Johnny O quarter zip pullover. And I'll tell you what, everyone is going to come up to you and go, "Hey, where did you get that?" And you go, 78th and Dodge, Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. Get on my level because it's so comfortable. It's easy to wash. It's easy to care for. It's not going to stretch out and look all gross after you wear it a few times. It's great. It looks awesome. You are going to love it. I love mine. And this time of year, I get a little bit excited because I get to wear my quarter zip pullover by Johnny O from Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. Plus, they've added the new Brax pants. Comfortable, professional. You want to start looking the part? You need to get yourself into some Brax pants. 78th and Dodge, Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. They've been dressed in Omaha for over 50 years.
Partly cloudy and super nice into the early evening with the temperatures near 80. Mostly clear tonight. We should drop back into the low 50s for low, and then a beautiful day on Thursday, mostly sunny. High temperature in the lower 80s. I am Chief Meteorologist Bill Ranby from KETV News Watch 7.
The real game changer in college athletics, it's coaches. And at Bellevue University, there is an experienced team of coaches who know you both as an athlete and as a person. Plus, there are student coach advisors who are there to provide individualized academic support every step of the way as you progress towards your degree. At Bellevue University, you're not just another athlete. You belong. We're for you. And for college sports, visit BUBruins.com.
When your home fills up with family, Aloe Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Aloe Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
Leaves are falling and footballs are flying. It's the season to celebrate, but it's tough to relax when your furnace starts shaking, rattling, and rumbling every time it turns on. With a maintenance plan from Controlled Comfort, you can enjoy peace of mind all year long. Our comfort specialist will perform a full HVAC tune-up and ensure your system is operating efficiently and reliably. Schedule your maintenance appointment today at ControlledComfort.com.
Controlled Comfort keeps it under control.
At Timber, they don't just give you a place to go for lunch or dinner. They give you an experience. From their bold, smoky flavors prepared in the open concept kitchen where you get to watch the magic happen to the relaxing umbrella-shaded patio. There's something for everyone at Timber. Join them for brunch every Saturday and Sunday from 9:30 to 2, plus happy hour from 2 to 5:30 Monday through Saturday, and 2 to close on Sunday. Timberwood Fire Bistro in the heart of Omaha at 84th and Pacific.
When you shop local, you help strengthen our community. So if you need roof repair, gutters, siding, even windows, call local Pyramid Contractors. They're the #1 roofer in Omaha for more than a dozen years. Let Pyramid Contractors come and give you a free estimate. Give them a call at 402-502-9300. That's 402-502-9300. Or visit them online at PyramidRoof.com. Never settle for less.
Criminal, civil, personal. If you or a loved one is facing a lawsuit, let Williams Law represent you and your family today. With more than 20 years litigation experience in Nebraska, Williams Law will defend you with the dedication you deserve. If you're facing a DUI, or if your son or daughter has been accused of a crime, Williams Law is here for you. Call 402-522-6317 to get a free, no-obligation consultation and to get the representation you deserve today.
Listen to Against the Spread with Kevin Todd and Randy Rosenblum, two of the nation's top sports handicappers. They turn outcomes into incomes. Against the Spread, Saturday morning from 8:30 to 9 and Sunday morning from 10 to 10:30 on 16.
Get the SUV or crossover you love and never pay a dock fee. Only at Baxter Ford. That's right. Pay for the vehicle, not the paperwork. Save on our incredible selection of new Ford SUVs and crossovers. Bronco, Bronco Sport, Expedition, Explorer, Escape, and Edge. And shop with confidence, knowing you'll never pay a dock fee. Experience our helpful way to buy a car with no handoffs, no hassles, and absolutely no hidden fees. Shop now at BaxterFord.com.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Bellevue University. Head over to bellevue.edu. Register for classes. You can become a Bruin as early as this winter. Bob Williams, Williams Law, now joins us here on After Hours. Bob, good evening. How are you?
Hey, guys. I'm doing great. How's everybody doing this evening?
It's Bobby Law.
We are doing fantastic. Hey, the state of Nebraska would be doing better if they legalized mobile gambling for sports betting. That's just my personal opinion. You can take it or leave it. But the folks over at Warhorse Casino and our good friend Lynn McNally and the people at the Horsemen are trying to make it possible. They've been asked to put on the docket a couple of times, and they're pushing forward again. But when we talk about trying to add a bill or push something to be voted on, why does that process sometimes take longer than a bill provided by somebody in legislation?
Well, it's a governmental process, first of all, right? I mean, that's the overall answer as to the tortoise versus the hare here. And yeah, wouldn't you like to be sitting on your couch? You know, it's 10 minutes before an 11 o'clock game, and you're like, well, hey, Dylan Raiola, minus 120 to go over 228 and a half yards passing. Wouldn't that be awesome? Speaking of Dylan Raiola.
Normal civilian of the United States?
Yeah. Like, okay, quick trivia for you, and I'm going to answer your question. Do you guys know how many states have legalized online sports wagering currently of 50 states?
Right? 13, right?
No.
More or less? Wow.
Way up. John?
26.
Dan?
42.
30. The answer is 30 plus
I was not
40.
far off.
More than half, yeah.
And plus, you've got Missouri going legal formally on December 1st. So we are mostly surrounded in our state. So to answer your initial question, it's a slow process. Our legislature meets depending on the odd or even year for the first quarter roughly of each year. They're in session. And when legislation is proposed for a constitutional amendment, it first of all has to make it out of committee. Let's get over to general vote. In this instance, the history includes as follows. So, as we know, in-person legalized sports wagering got passed into law in 2021, and that's currently as it sits now. You have to bet in person, which I'm sure you guys have talked about ad nauseum.
We've had the folks from Washington to talk about it, actually.
Yes, and I'm sure I know they're huge proponents of allowing, developing their own app and having online wagering as well. So then in 2024, if you recall, there was a special session with our state unicameral, and this is one of the pieces that was reconsidered. It failed to advance, and then you fast forward to this year. Earlier this year, our session, there was a constitutional amendment proposed by Senator Bostar, and it advanced out of its initial committee, but then was filibustered and then was withdrawn because it clearly was not going to have enough votes to move forward. So here, where we are at today is there's been a ballot initiative move forward to where there's a proposal to get the approval of the voters of Nebraska to take this under consideration in the 2026 general election in November of 2026. But in order for that to become possible, there's initially needed 10% of the registered voters' signatures for this ballot initiative, which would be about 126,000 signatures. And I really don't think that would be a problem to obtain as they start that process now. But again, it's a slow process. There's a lot of pros and cons. At least from my perspective, I think there's a lot more pros than cons, especially if you compare it to other things that our legislature has proposed and authorized over the last few years.
Bob, I don't know if you know this, but maybe you do. Do you know what the opposition
I do
to this is saying are the reasons why they are standing against it?
Yeah, I do. I'm very familiar with this. It's the opposition. If you could almost port the people that are opposed to medicinal marijuana, you can almost port the exact arguments and put them under the arguments for these proposals for legalized online sports wagering. And to have an intelligent conversation, let's walk through what the proponents are wanting first. So you've got tax revenue is a huge piece of this, right? As a pro versus a con. You've got we're surrounded by states, with the exception of South Dakota, where online wagering is legal. There's been allegations that we're missing out on up to $30 or $32 million in state revenue for that. Property tax relief's a huge hot button for our current governor and our current taxpayers. And then you also, the proponents are arguing that you're formalizing what's already an existing activity. People are going across the border to bet. Look at every Saturday and Sunday morning, there's a trail of cars going across the bridge over to Iowa. You're looking at uniformity, right? You're looking at uniformity and fairness. You're looking at a regulated framework, and you're looking at consumer protection for those that are actually betting, right? Now, the opposition, the first and foremost things they talk about are social costs, such as addictions, the targeting of youth, mental health issues associated with addictive type behavior, financial concerns for those that have moral, then there's a moral objection to this as well. And then the other thing that I don't think a lot of people think about as in opposition is if you push this through from a voter standpoint, a voter-led standpoint, and make it mandatory, it's a little bit technically different, and not without getting into the legalese of it, it's a little bit different than where you go through the state legislature with the changing through a constitutional amendment where you would maintain legislative authority and authorize it versus make it mandatory, which gives the legislature more guardrails for those other, potential problems.
When we talk about rights, right? Like we always talk about like why can you sue somebody for if you lost, financial gain or they've caused damages or things of that nature. Like we talk about the people's rights of Nebraska. Shouldn't it be put on the bill if they've been given enough votes? If they've received enough votes to put it on the bill, shouldn't it just be put out there? Like what reason can the unicameral give to prevent that from happening?
Well, you obviously have to stay within the framework of how our current process works. And again, you've seen this same exact parallel with the medicinal marijuana or recreational marijuana. I mean, we had, Tom Osborne came in and testified this spring. I mean, then literally he could have just hit play from the same arguments from the social perspective. And they also tried to argue that you don't want undue influence over the athletes within your state. And I think there are some guardrails currently in place with in-person betting that prevent or prohibit, betting on Nebraska teams and or teams within the state of Nebraska. But yeah, I think, Jimmy, to answer your question, the current structure of the format is already in place. And really, the fork in the road is you either go with a constitutional amendment on the front end through the legislature, or you go through a ballot initiative, which is a voter-led process, and we're still would be over a year away from that. And if you want to think about subjects we can talk about as we get into next year, this is going to be a hot button, probably ramping up the first of 2026.
What role does the governor play in this whole process? Because he's come out in support of legalizing mobile sports betting. Does he have any role to play here?
Oh, absolutely. If you're going through the state legislature piece of this, it would come to him to sign and get on board with this if it makes it through again, I won't bore you with the process, but it makes it through the process to the point where the governor is in support of it. Instead of vetoing it, he can agree with it and sign it into law. And he has voice, that you do have some opposition, he butting heads, I guess, theoretically with T.O., his old coach's perspective on this particular issue. But yeah, he has expressed that he is in support of this. And there's a huge nexus with his current position and some of the problems he's facing with property tax relief and some of the lost income in the ag industry this year because of, current political things with tariffs and soybeans and other things like that.
When we talk about expectations, I mean, obviously you can't predict the future, but like if people are waiting for the chance to vote this, how quickly do you, from a legal standpoint, seeing this being able to be voted on sooner rather than later?
Okay, so I think the real fly in the ointment could be what is our current attorney general's position on this? Because if you recall, again, I know I keep drawing parallels to the medicinal marijuana, but his office, found technicalities with some of the voter-led, I guess, drive to legalize and get it put on a ballot initiative. So really, it may depend on who, from that standpoint, is in favor or in opposition of that. Who's got the big bucks to support it, to be in supportive or in opposition of it. I can tell you this, I think that all the different casinos that are currently, the small amount of casinos that are currently operating here lawfully with sports gambling will significantly expand, right, within their own infrastructure. You'll have other ones come in clearly as well. But no, there's tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars that we're going to start seeing. And you think you're sick of commercials from this last election. You're going to see a lot of commercials that are specifically related to this issue, this one issue for our state.
Are there any examples from other states to draw on in how this has impacted both them financially and socially?
There are. I was reading some articles earlier, and you're looking at significant. Now, our state is kind of unique in where our population is very concentrated, on the eastern border, Lincoln and Omaha, and we're very unique in that. But our population is smaller than most of the surrounding states at large. But they did the math, and again, about 30 million to 30 projected lost revenue from data they tracked of people actually going out of state. And so yes, there are a lot of parallels. If you look at the states there where you've had other similar things, taxable things such as medicinal marijuana be made legal, there's a pretty direct correlation with online gambling as well. Yes.
Well, Bob, we appreciate it. We always appreciate your insight, even about stuff like this, where it's a very big hurry up and wait scenario.
Yes.
One thing that's not a big hurry up and wait scenario is your Eagles push to the playoffs. It just kind of seems like they're going to be penciled in for yet another NFC East championship. They get the Bucs this weekend. Any worries about heading down to Tampa Bay?
They're a little banged up on defense right now, and Tampa Bay's kind of been one of the teams that's had their number, and Baker is balling, and they've got their own complete set of injuries on offense as well. I think it will be a battle, but they've proved to be very resilient, and they found a way to win. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw their game on Sunday, but they had like 63 yards of offense in the first half, and then they remembered they could actually throw the ball. Shockingly, and throw it well too. And he was diming out to all the major receivers there. So no, I feel pretty comfortable with where they're at. I think just one game at a time, and they are definitely playing one game at a time and doing well.
They don't have to win them all, Bob. The Commanders are going to need a couple of wins at some point this season. So just call your people and tell them to take it easy.
Yeah.
Well, you got to get a healthy quarterback there, don't you?
Yeah,
that would help.
That's coming. It's coming. Don't worry, he's fine.
That's Bob Williams with Williams Law. If you're facing criminal, civil, or personal charges, head over to WilliamsLawLLC.com. Get a free, no obligation legal consultation with Bob and his team. Bob will catch up with you next week, hopefully in studio.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time.
We'll be right back on the other side of the break. It's time for Call Your Shot. That's right. Get your picks in for the week to callyourshot1620 at gmail.com when we come back. 1620 the zone.
Hey, everybody, it's John here for Railcar on 144th and Blondo. Been telling you about Railcar for a while now, and if you have not been out there for brunch, why don't you listen to me, first of all? Second, how dare you? Get out there this weekend, Saturday and Sunday brunch, 9:30 to 2. Check out the chilaquiles. If you've never had it, it's sort of like breakfast nachos, but way better than any of that. They have a great breakfast menu. The pile up is this giant stack of breakfast food on a plate for you to just dive into and enjoy life. Okay. Because that's what this is. This is a life affirming experience when you go to brunch at Railcar. Everything's great. You can stop in on Friday and Saturday night for the prime time prime rib. Make plans to get to Railcar this weekend.
Are you ready for the game changer of the day? Bellevue University has a new state-of-the-art 72,000 square foot field house featuring premium courts, generous fan seating, top-tier locker rooms, dedicated athletic training, and a strength and conditioning space, plus a whole lot more. It's not just a venue, it's a home court advantage. We're for you and for college sports. Visit BUBruins.com.
Ready to make a positive impact in a young boy's life? Join Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Midlands and become a mentor where you are matched up with a boy in the greater Omaha area. Over 50 boys are waiting for someone like you to guide and inspire them. Visit mentoromaha.org and sign up to make a difference in a boy's life. Don't wait. Make a lasting impact today.
Railcar's happy hour is here. Stop by 144th and Blondo Monday through Saturday from 2:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday from 2 to close, and enjoy $2 to $5 off appetizers, $1 off draft and bottles of beer, and delicious ciders. All signature cocktails are $10. Classic cocktails are $8. And every glass of wine is $2 off. Plus, Railcar's incredible brunch menu is on display 9:30 to 2 Saturday and Sunday. Railcar Modern American Kitchen, 144th and Blondo.
Ready to make a positive impact in a young boy's life? Join Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Midlands and become a mentor where you are matched up with a boy in the greater Omaha area. Over 50 boys are waiting for someone like you to guide and inspire them. Visit mentoromaha.org and sign up to make a difference in a boy's life. Don't wait. Make a lasting impact today.
Life is unpredictable, with seasonal storms and plumbing issues hiding around every corner. You can't predict the future. So when life happens, go with a trusted, reputable company like Paul Davis Restoration. Fire, water, mold, or storm damage can all be restored by Paul Davis Restoration. Don't live in the aftermath of tragedy. Restore your home today. Call Paul Davis Restoration at 402-553-0373 today.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Peter. He loves his motorcycle. What he doesn't love is wind. Which is ironic, because wind is a big part of the whole wind-in-your-face motorcycle cliche. But nobody ever tells you how relentless a strong crosswind is, or the cliche wouldn't exist. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back. Get a quote to see if you can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
In school sports, it's easy to see the wins, the moments that make headlines. But there's so much work that goes unseen for any of it to happen. My name is Phil Risen, and I'm the Executive Director of the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Throughout the country, athletic administrators dedicate countless hours to making life-changing opportunities possible for student athletes through sports. Their sacrifice is fueled by the belief that every student can grow and deserves their time to shine. On behalf of the NIAAA, we want to thank every athletic administrator for your tireless dedication to providing 7.8 million students across the country a path to a better future.
This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You are listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
All right, After Hours is back. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. We're brought to you by Bellevue University. That's every day. And if you want to further your education, you want to do it online, you don't want to go to school on Fridays, Bellevue University is a place for you. Check out bellevue.edu. You can even get a master's degree from Bellevue University. It is time for Call Your Shot. The game,
you get a master's degree in picking college football games.
You can if you're good enough. This is the game where you get to be involved. You get to pick games. You get to win prizes. We're giving the weekly winner a T-shirt. Now, this week's winner from the listeners doesn't get a T-shirt.
He already got one.
Because he got one last week. Tyrell's killing it. Tyrell, way to go. You win again. So no shirt this week for you. You just get a congratulations and a virtual high five. But Tyrell's
we'll give you another shirt if you want one. Get at us. We'll get you.
He's got the lead right now, but you can still catch him because in this game, there's the possibility for negative points. So get your picks in to callyourshot1620@gmail.com because there is a big prize for the season-long winner, tickets to a football game about 45 minutes away.
Of great significance.
Thanksgiving, right?
Could be bowl
the neighborhood rivalry game, if you will. You could be in the stadium for that one if you're the season-long winner. Tyrell's got the lead. Can any of you catch him?
We'll find out.
All right, here are our games. Let's do a rundown of the standings for Jimmy, John, and Dan.
The most
so
important
far.
People. Yeah.
Dan made a good surge last week. Dan.
Woo!
Dan won the week for the three of us with 13 points.
Don't get used to that.
Jimmy came in second with 10.
Try.
I got 7.
Is that your worst week?
It ties me with week 1. Week 1, you and I both had 7 points. Okay. Or week 2, we both had 7. Yeah.
I'm gonna get real cocky now.
So Jimmy is in the lead
less.
with 46 points. I have 35. Dan, you still only have 19 points for the season.
Okay.
But again, you could still get there, Dan.
Right.
You both could get negative
because
points.
Dan had negative 2 points in each of the first 2 weeks. Because
Bad weeks.
in this game, if you pick the favorite and they lose, you get negative 2. If they win and don't cover, you get 1. If the favorite wins and covers and you pick them, you get 3 points for that. If you take the underdog and they lose, 0 points. But if they cover, you get a point. The underdog wins outright, it's 4. And if they reverse cover on a spread of 7 or more, you get 5 points. This past week, We all got the Maryland reverse cover bonus point. So yay us. Congratulations. We did great.
Luke Fickle, you suck.
So here are the games for this week. Game 1, you ready? Big time Big Ten showdown.
Oh, yeah.
USC, number 21, travels to Illinois, who's number 23 in the country. And the Trojans are favored by 6.5. Where are you guys going?
I'm going to get to why later. I'll just give my answer right now. Give me Illinois.
Illinois. Okay.
This is in my will, won't, it should.
I'm taking USC.
Fight on, says John Schroeder.
I would like Illinois.
All right.
I like Brent Bielema at home.
Second game of the week. Number 22 Notre Dame against a team coming off a very disappointing loss, Arkansas. The line on this one might surprise you. The Domers are only favored by 3.5. Where are you going?
Jesus and golden helmets are worth more than fat pigs. So give me Notre Dame to go into Fayetteville and win and cover.
I like Notre Dame as well.
Same here, Notre Dame.
So we're all on Notre Dame. For
No
that
touchdown,
one.
Jesus, no problem.
Third game. It's the big SEC showdown of the week. Well, one of them. There are two pretty large SEC games this weekend.
Sure are.
LSU, number 4 at number 13, Ole Miss. And it's the Fighting Kiffins that are favored by 1.5. Jimmy Allen.
The wrong team is favored. Give me LSU to cover by double digits.
Ooh. You don't get any bonus points for that.
I'm
I'm also
saying.
taking LSU, though.
You guys are both wrong. You got to keep riffing with Kiffin.
You didn't last week. You picked Tulane.
Yeah, because the line was so big, and I figured that maybe, you get those extra points, but
All right.
give me Ole Miss.
The second huge showdown in the Big Ten. Maybe the game of the weekend. Right? I'm not wrong.
Maybe. Well, I don't know. The next one that we're about to get to was
Yeah.
the game of the year last year, so you could be onto something.
Number 6, Oregon at number 3, Penn State. The whiteout in Happy Valley. Penn State is favored by 3.5. Who you like?
I'm going to make a declaration here. I think Oregon's the best team in the country. Give me the Ducks to win and reverse cover.
You stole my thunder. I'm taking Oregon also.
All right. Well, one of us has to go the other way, so I'll take Penn State. Please.
Not to poo-poo on your parade, Dan, but doesn't it kind of feel like there's something off about Penn State? I know
Every single year that we've ever watched Penn State
I just
football.
mean the way the FIU game started and kind of finished, and how they're kind of sluggish against Villanova out of the gate. Obviously, this is going to be a little more incentive for this one. But I don't know.
right.
It feels like something's off in Happy Valley.
Does the Kalen DeBoer disappointment tour continue? Number 17, Alabama at number 5, Georgia. The line is 2.5 for Georgia.
I'll let you guys answer this first. Dan, you want to start off?
Yeah. Give me Kirby Smart. Give me Georgia. Give me the Dogs.
I'm also taking Georgia.
You guys are idiots. Because clearly, Kalen DeBoer has done it once. He did it last year in 41-34 fashion. He didn't have Jalen Milroe this year, but that's not the point. I think Alabama wins this game this year as well, because I think this Alabama team is better and this Georgia team is worse than they were a year ago.
All right. Okay. So then we have, this is an interesting game, and the line is even more interesting to me. So it's number 11, Indiana at Iowa. Indiana's coming off an absolute shellacking of Illinois, 63-10. And they get a 7.5 point line going into Iowa.
This is also in my will, won't, should. So I'm just going to say who I'm taking. Give me Kurt Signetti.
Dan?
Not Indiana. Give me Kurt Signetti.
Give me Indiana.
Are you in it for the bit? You might have to stick with the bit here.
Honestly, I want to take Iowa because they're I think they'll play pretty good defense,
but they may not be able to throw a forward pass for a first down.
Yeah, they may score 0 points in the game, and in that case, 10 points covers the spread. So I'm taking Indiana. Final game of the week. Two teams coming off big matchups. One a winner, one a loser. Tulane Green Wave at Tulsa Golden Hurricane. Tulsa got a big win last week. Tulane got a big beatdown last week, but the Wave is favored by 15.5 in Tulsa.
Yeah, Oklahoma State really sucks, and they barely beat Oklahoma State. Now, Tulsa should never beat Oklahoma State. But with that being said, I think Tulane absolutely rolls. That number's not big enough. Give me the Green Wave to
I'm going to go Tulsa here. I don't necessarily know if they can win. They might keep it under 15.
Okay. Their starting quarterback, Baylor Hayes, is not even thrown over 600 yards yet, but okay. Sure.
I'm going surfing. Give me the green wave.
All right. Those are our picks for the week. If you want to get in on the action, you want to win a big, big prize at the end of the season, go ahead and send in your picks to USC, Illinois, Notre Dame, Arkansas, LSU, Ole Miss, Oregon, Penn State, Alabama, Georgia, Indiana, Iowa, Tulane, Tulsa, to Call Your Shot 1620. Call Your Shot 1620 at gmail.com. Send me your picks. You'll get entered in. Most points each week wins a After Hours t-shirt. Most points at the end of the season gets the tickets.
And we just posted those. If you missed the picks, we just posted those out on our social media at After Hours 1620 as well. So get those picks in. If you missed Call Your Shot this week, check it out at our radio replay page on 1620thezone.com. It was brought to you by Controlled Comfort Heating and Air. Fall is around the corner. It's actually here. We're a couple days into it. Hasn't felt like it outside yet. You don't want it to start feeling like it inside at all. Head over to controlledcomfort.com. Set up a maintenance appointment. Let Controlled Comfort come out. They'll replace your furnace filter. They'll give you peace of mind about turning your heater on and tell you about the longevity of your air conditioner after the summer months as well. Check out controlledcomfort.com tonight. We'll be right back on the other side of the break, seeing what's trending on social media. 1620 Zone. Hey, everybody, it's Jimmy Allen here for AX Plumbing. Home or residential, they can absolutely do it all. Whether it be installing a urinal at your business like they had to do for me, or clearing out your entire main line out to the streets by a water jetting process, which is second to none. I haven't had to worry about a single water backup in my house since then, and it's been over 8 months. We had to have it consistently happening before that. You need big plumbing problem solutions. AXPservice.com is here to help. They're locally owned and operated right out of Papillion. Nick and his team have the answers to your questions. More importantly, if you have a big plumbing problem but not a big plumbing budget, there is financing available on the website as well. Check out AXPservice.com. Let AXP Service help you tonight.
The real game changer in college athletics, it's coaches. And at Bellevue University, there is an experienced team of coaches who know you both as an athlete and as a person. Plus, there are student coach advisors who are there to provide individualized academic support every step of the way as you progress towards your degree. At Bellevue University, you're not just another. You belong. We're for you and for college sports. Visit BUBruins.com.
Fall is the time to get to Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. Stop in and see John, Dan, Jake, Deanna, Matt, and Monier the Tailor. There's new fall apparel from Mizzen and Maine, Johnny O, Roan, and now pants from Brax. Stop by 78th and Dodge and look great for all of your fall events.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
When you shop local, you help strengthen our community. So if you need roof repair, gutters, siding, even windows, call local Pyramid Contractors. They're the #1 roofer in Omaha for more than a dozen years. Let Pyramid Contractors come and give you a free estimate. Give them a call at 402-502-9300. That's 402-502-9300. Or visit them online at
PyramidRoof.com. Never settle for less.
Headed to a football tailgate this weekend? Power up and stay refreshed with Chesterman Coca-Cola and Hy-Vee. This September, stock your cooler with 24 packs of Coke for just $12.99. Had a long Friday night? Bounce back with Powerade 12-ounce 8-packs, only $4.99. And for the energy you need before kickoff, grab a 6-pack of Monster Energy, just $10.99. From the first sizzle on the grill to the final whistle, Chesterman Coca-Cola is powering tailgates all across Nebraska.
Life is unpredictable, with seasonal storms and plumbing issues hiding around every corner. You can't predict the future. So when life happens, go with a trusted, reputable company like Paul Davis Restoration. Fire, water, mold, or storm damage can all be restored by Paul Davis Restoration. Don't live in the aftermath of tragedy. Restore your home today. Call Paul Davis Restoration at 402-553-0373 today.
Criminal, civil, personal. If you or a loved one is facing a lawsuit, let Williams Law represent you and your family today. With more than 20 years litigation experience in Nebraska, Williams Law will defend you with the dedication you deserve. If you're facing a DUI or if your son or daughter has been accused of a crime, Williams Law is here for you. Call 402-522-6317 to get a free, no-obligation consultation and to get the representation you deserve today.
Are you watching the water slowly seep down the drain again? Go with a local solution. Go with trusted. AX Plumbing is here to help. With over 20 years of serving the metro area, AX Plumbing can do it all, from residential to commercial. They can even help with a new build installation service. Head over to axpservice.com today. There's financing available to qualified buyers and military discount too. Check out axpservice.com today. AX Plumbing. They'll leave your place cleaner than they found it.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. Whether it's a long day on your feet, a demanding workout, or everyday aches and pains, you need relief that can keep up when pain persists. Aleve is here for you with longer-lasting body pain relief compared to leading OTC branded pain relievers. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Dallas Pumpkin Patch and Apple Orchard is celebrating its 41st year of creating magical memories. Swing into fun on the new swing ride called Aunt Kelsey's Apple Swing. Take a drive on Steph's fun country drive where the kids are the drivers. There are over 50 attractions included with admission, such as Dan's Carousel, a barnyard challenge course, zip line, live performances, train rides, and more. Vala's, open daily 9 to 9, September 5th through November 2nd.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
.656 on a Wednesday night here at 1620 The Zone, brought to you by Bellevue University. Download the BU Bruins app to your smartphone to keep up to date on all things happening on Bellevue's campus. From an athletic standpoint, like Trish Sedlick and her volleyball team sweeping 5 consecutive games. Congrats to the volleyball program. We'll find out what else is trending on social media right now with Dan Campbell. Dan, what do we got?
Fashion.
Okay.
Is what is trending.
This is the ultimate Dan segment.
Yeah, right.
On social media right now, because there are a couple of fashionistas out there who are bringing back on-court style in the right way. We're going to let one of the OGs, feels wrong to say that, of on-court fashion style tell you exactly what the haps are. He goes in to talk more about the fact that he's friends with Sam Cassell. They played against each other in junior college, but that was one Latrell Sprewell being the only person in the NBA, number one, who could rock the Dada Spinneret shoes. If you don't know, you'll never know. Bring them back, Latrell.
Maybe I don't want to know.
The Minnesota Timberwolves are among a few teams this year who are bringing back some of the classic late 90s and early 2000s jerseys.
Can we get a Vancouver Grizzlies jersey, please?
You are getting a Vancouver Grizzlies jersey. You're also getting an Allen Iverson time in Philadelphia branded Sixers jersey. But
can we get a Raptor holding a basketball?
That's
what we need more than anything.
No, what we need more than anything is for the Minnesota Timberwolves to bring back, number one, the classic Timberwolves branding and the trees on the side. Oh, wait, they're doing that. If you've been a fan of this show for a long time, you have heard me legitimately bemoan day after day every time uniform selection comes up that the Minnesota Timberwolves, this is the only thing that they need to do to make fans extremely happy. And they're finally doing it. This was like Christmas Day, my birthday, all rolled into one. And if you don't think the minute that the shorts for this uniform become available online that I am not buying the black shorts with the old snarling wolf logo on it and the old TM logo, oh, I'm ready. I am ready for this to happen.
In other news, Nebraska took out the whooping stick on Michigan in set one in the Big Ten opener tonight, 25-10.
That's called retribution.
Take that,
folks.
Harper Murray's hometown.
Folks.
Dan, can we also get a teal horse Pistons jersey?
Which is Loki, my favorite throwback logo, by the way.
I'm waiting to see if anyone is coming out, but I would like to add one more
Be better starter
little thing on there just in general. Number one, I have to applaud the Minnesota Timberwolves for the way that they have rolled this out on social media, because they're doing not only the jersey, they're bringing back the old like logo, putting that in the middle of the court for a few games this season. And they also are smart enough to get athletes like Taylor Heath, number 27 for USA's women's national team in the hockey arena, on board for it, Minnesota native, and plays for Minnesota's women's hockey team. And they've done something that Joe Pollitt and the Minnesota Twins can't do at all, apparently, and that's actually use Joe Mauer in a positive way, because he is one of the most likable Minnesota celebrities of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, hey, Joe, what if we just put you in Target Field and throw you in an old Kevin Garnett jersey? And he said, bet, I'm there. Me and KG are friends. Bring him back too.
All right, that's your update on what's going on in Minnesota sports. If you missed
Minnesota,
can we get an inexplicable green, pink, and orange Spurs logo?
If you want to find out what Dan's love for Minnesota looks like, check it out on our radio replay page on 1620thezone.com. It was brought to you by Pixel Fire Marketing. If your business needs help with social media marketing, website design, or online advertising, check out pixelfiremarketing.com. Their social media experts will ignite your social media presence, entice your ideal client, and engage your brand online. Check out pixelfiremarketing.com for more information today. Unfortunately, we give the mic back to Dan when we come back on 1620 The Zone.
Hey, everybody, it's John here for Paul Davis Restoration. Let me tell you, now's the time. Now's the time to deal with any of those issues that you may have been just like shoving off, putting aside. Yeah, we need to get that part of the basement checked out. There's been some moisture down there. We're worried about now's the time, right? Because we are into fall and winter is just around the corner. You need to get that stuff sorted out before the flakes start to fly. And Paul Davis is here to help you out. 402-553-0373. That's the number to call if you have water damage, if you have mold mitigation concerns, if you have smoke damage, any of that stuff. Paul Davis can come and put your home back to the way it was before it ever happened and get you living your best life in the home the way you want it to be. And save the number in case of emergency, 402-553-0373. The emergency response team from Paul Davis will be to your house in a flash in the event of a disaster, and they'll get you fixed right back up. Call Paul Davis Restoration.
When your home fills up with family, Aloe Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Aloe Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Aloe at 866-481-2556 or visit aloefiber.com.
Are you dreaming of your business dominating local Google searches, drawing in customers effortlessly? Look no further. I'm Courtney, the Google gal from Pixel Fire Marketing. Need assistance with your Google business profile? From verification to getting more reviews, fixing maps to tackling annoying Google calls? I've got you covered. Your profile sets you apart and ensures you're the top choice for local customers. Visit fixmygbp.com for our $297 special offer. Visit fixmygbp.com for more details.
Fall is the time to get to Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. Stop in and see John, Dan, Jake, Deanna, Matt, and Monier the Tailor. There's new fall apparel from Mizzen and Maine, Johnny O, Roan, and now pants from Brax. Stop by 78th and Dodge and look great for all of your fall events.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
Leaves are falling and footballs are flying. It's the season to celebrate, but it's tough to relax when your furnace starts shaking, rattling, and rumbling every time it turns on. With a maintenance plan from Controlled Comfort, you can enjoy peace of mind all year long. Our comfort specialist will perform a full HVAC tune-up and ensure your system is operating efficiently and reliably. Schedule your maintenance appointment today at ControlledComfort.com.
Control.
A seat down the drain again? Go with a local solution. Go with Trusted. AX Plumbing is here to help. With over 20 years of serving the metro area, AX Plumbing can do it all, from residential to commercial. They can even help with the new build installation service. Head over to axpservice.com today. There's financing available to qualified buyers and military discount too. Check out axpservice.com today. AX Plumbing. They'll leave your place cleaner than they found it.
When it comes to protecting your home, J. Stennett Contracting takes pride in ensuring every detail is handled. Roofing, siding, gutters. When it comes to the exterior of your home, J. Stennett Contracting has you covered. This fall, consider gutter guards to block debris and prevent clogs and save you the hassle of regular maintenance. Schedule a consultation today and let J. Stennett Contracting's expert team and durable gutter guards ensure your gutters are working properly in every season. J. Stennett Contracting. We have you covered. JSCRestoration.com.
Hey, it's Apper here for Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. And best of all, you can play right now inside of the great state of Nebraska. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether you like your favorite players to go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. And there's even season-long entries that you can take a look at as well and play along all season long. And if you get your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Download the app today and sign up with promo code HAPPER1620 to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code HAPPER1620. Millions of fans have already done this, and they've won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 19 plus and present in Nebraska. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
KOZ and Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs. This is 1620, The Zone.
Top of the second hour here on 1620 The Zone. We're playing music roulette on the commercial breaks. We are brought to you by Pyramid Contractors. Head over to pyramidroof.com. Get a free estimate for your windows, your roof, your gutters, your siding. If they do it all, check out pyramidroof.com. Get a free estimate. Tonight, it is time for Buy or Sell, where Dan Campenden has been put in charge of reading the questions. These questions are his only and are not a reflection of the beliefs of this show. Dan Campenden?
Tylenol.
No.
Parity is coming for the SEC. In a leak on Monday, we have seen a reveal of the SEC schedules for 2026, 27, 28, and 29. Most notably in the new format for the conference, they will rotate opponents from year to year, playing a rotating 6 teams per year so that every team will play every other team within the SEC.
They're making their schedule make sense? Hey, Big Ten, take notes.
Yeah.
Hey.
To that ilk, buy or sell that this is the right move for the conference where it just means more.
I kind of showed my hand there, I guess. I didn't I, a little bit?
Yeah, you did.
This makes total sense. I absolutely buy this. There needs to be better structure. Like, I feel like there has to be a better way to schedule games than they're doing it now in the Big Ten. There just has to be. There has to be some sort of sense to it that you just don't just throw games at a schedule and hope it sticks.
Yeah, it almost makes too much sense, right? Like there's something's going to change. They're going to add another team or another couple of teams, and it's going to screw everything up again. So, yeah, this is the right way to do it.
Will it matter?
We'll see if it catches on. Doing things the right way.
Yeah, and I see what I like the most from it is the fact that Georgia is finally going to play at Texas A&M, something that inexplicably up to this point has never happened on an SEC schedule. So I think it's good, and it makes too much sense, which is probably going to be a problem for Tony Petitti. Gents, this may be the year of the dead quarterback coming back to life. Daniel Jones in Indy is obviously leading the way of quarterbacks that we wrote off who are starting to make a comeback. But Jimmy, it Santa Clara, we have another scrap heap guy who has found new life. Buy or sell,
The guy I
Mac
should have
Jones is
drafted
a
in the first place.
good quarterback, or Shanny just has the right system for anyone.
Listen, I mean, how many quarterbacks have not flourished in Kyle Shanahan's system?
Yeah.
Trey Lance? That about it? That about the list?
He didn't do very well.
Yeah, that's about it. You should have drafted Mac Jones in the first place. I famously ranted for about 3 months at one point that you should draft Mac Jones if you're San Francisco. With that being said, he's still not Brock Purdy, and I can't wait to get my quarterback back. Wouldn't mind seeing that guy that's backing up Mac Jones get a shot at it either. That's probably not going to happen, but when we can hope, right? That's Adrian Martinez for anybody that doesn't know.
Hey, it looked like he might get in the game on Sunday.
Yeah,
after Mac was limping around a bit.
I was about to say I was hoping, but I'm not hoping Mac Jones gets hurt. But I'd love to see. Listen, Adrian Martinez and Kyle Shanahan's offense. That sounds a little fun to me. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I think there's a few classes of quarterbacks, like 2 or 3, where these guys got drafted really high, probably were overdrafted, a few of them, got thrown into bad situations. You can look at Daniel Jones, you can look at Mac Jones, guys named Jones. And they were just kind of, as Dan said, left for dead. And we have seen this happen in recent years with quarterback renaissances. Hello, do you remember Jared Goff was cast off by the Rams as a failure?
And the former number 1 overall pick.
Right? Kirk Cousins was let go by Washington and said, yeah, you can see yourself out. We've got other plans. He went to Minnesota and was pretty successful.
Yeah.
Like there's a path to redemption for these quarterbacks, and we're seeing it. Like, you can't just rule these guys out because they had one bad stop at the early part of their career.
People forget that Daniel Jones was the number 2 quarterback taken in that draft, by the way. And I've said this a million times, and I will continue.
He's crazy athletic.
I will continue to beat this drum. If you've played for the Giants, the Jets, or the Panthers or the Jaguars, I will reserve my thoughts on your play as a quarterback.
And the Patriots recently,
until you get somewhere else. No, Drake May sucks.
Looking at you,
been telling you for years.
Looking at you in Tampa, Mr. Mayfield.
Throw the Browns into that equation as well.
I still remember when everyone was like, "Oh, Baker Mayfield just got cut by the Panthers," which is a sentence that you never thought you would hear.
That's like rock bottom in the
Just
NFL.
like in general about the Panthers. The Panthers cut their starting quarterback. Okay, that's not great. And then 4 days later, Baker Mayfield is on primetime Thursday night television leading a game-winning drive for the Los Angeles Rams. Right. And everyone's like, oh, maybe it was just Carolina?
That's usually the case, by the way.
Yeah, in general. Sticking.
By the way, Daniel Jones is 3rd in the NFL in passing yards right now. That's good, in case anybody's wondering.
He's very good. And remember, he's also got a running back that he's handing it off to as well in that backfield.
People forget about Jonathan
also
Taylor.
Extremely good.
Still good.
Amazing how the run game works when you have a passing threat. That's funny.
Yeah. By the way, Mac Jones is ahead of Jalen Hurts in passing yards.
That is unsurprising, though. Sticking with the NFL, and actually with Philadelphia, according to the ESPN Power Rankings right now, Philly, Buffalo, Detroit, Electric LA, and Green Bay are your top 5 teams. Buy or sell that this is at all correct.
I buy that it's a little embarrassing that it took me a few seconds to figure out what Electric LA was. What was the rest of the question?
Philly, Buffalo, Detroit, the Los Angeles Chargers, and the Green Bay Packers are your top 5 teams. Buy or sell that this is at all correct.
I mean, listen, I think I'm a little bit more high on the Chargers than most people are right now. I think Philly's at the top until you're proven otherwise. For obvious reasons. Yeah, I buy that. Sounds about right.
Yeah, I don't have any problems. I think that's pretty accurate. You can talk to me about how the Chiefs are going to be better when they get their wide receivers Worthy and Rice back, and I'll listen to it. But right now, they're not there. So for the time being, this is accurate.
By the way, the Joe Burrow-less Cincinnati Bengals are technically atop of their division right now. Zach Taylor might be single-handedly saving his job in Cincinnati.
Hey. So my only problem that I truly have with this list is the fact that I think Buffalo should probably be in that number 1 spot. I think that the Ravens should get a look just because of who they have played so far and what they have unfortunately had to slog their way through.
I think they would be had they not lost the way they did to Buffalo, where they were dominating that game and John Harbaugh, and they just let Josh Allen show why he's the MVP.
I think they'll show up probably after this next weekend when they do take on the Kansas City Chiefs and say, hey, we're not actually a bad football team.
Well, they get the Texans after that too, so there's a chance for two pretty big wins there because D'Amico Ryans has got to get some stuff figured out on the offensive side of the ball because he just seems lost any times that the offense runs out on the field, and you still got CJ Stroud, so you might want to get that figured out.
And in general, I don't know why you would put Detroit ahead of Green Bay when Green Bay has already beaten Detroit. And I also don't think that Green Bay deserves to be on the top 5 of this list when you lose to the Browns.
It's a good point. Many people are saying, Dan, that was Buy or Sell. We appreciate your work tonight. If you have a Buy or Sell, check it out on our radio replay page on 1620thezone.com. It was brought to you by Controlled Comfort Heating and Air. It's fall, and you know what that means. It's time to get the maintenance appointment set up on your heat and your air conditioning so you can have peace of mind about the longevity of your AC, as well as have peace of mind about when you're going to turn your furnace on here in the next couple of weeks. Check out controlledcomfort.com for more details tonight. It is open bar. We open up the show to you, and we'll get to the last couple of Buy or Sell questions when we come back. 1620 Zone.
Your Omaha area forecast from the Godfather's Pizza Weather Center and KETV News Watch 7.
Mostly clear and cooling off tonight. Look for a low temperature down in the lower 50s. A spectacular day for Thursday. Mostly sunny skies, light winds, high temperature in the lower 80s, a little bit warmer on Friday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Ranby from KETV News Watch 7.
Are you ready for the game changer of the day? Bellevue University has a new state-of-the-art 72,000 square foot fieldhouse featuring premium courts, generous fan seating, top-tier locker rooms, dedicated athletic training, and a strength and conditioning space, plus a whole lot more. It's not just a venue, it's a home court advantage. We're for you and for college sports. Visit BUBruins.com.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
When you shop local, you help strengthen our community. So if you need roof repair, gutters, siding, even windows, call local Pyramid Contractors. They're the #1 roofer in Omaha for more than a dozen years. Let Pyramid Contractors come and give you a free estimate. Give them a call at 402-502-9300. That's 402-502-9300. Or visit them online at
PyramidRoof.com. Never settle for less.
Headed to a football tailgate this weekend? Power up and stay refreshed with Chesterman Coca-Cola and Hy-Vee. This September, stock your cooler with 24 packs of Coke for just $12.99. Had a long Friday night? Bounce back with Powerade 12-ounce 8-packs, only $4.99. And for the energy you need before kickoff, grab a 6-pack of Monster Energy, just $10.99. From the first sizzle on the grill to the final whistle, Chesterman Coca-Cola is powering tailgates all across Nebraska.
Criminal, civil, personal. If you or a loved one is facing a lawsuit, let Williams Law represent you and your family today. With more than 20 years litigation experience in Nebraska, Williams Law will defend you with the dedication you deserve. If you're facing a DUI or if your son or daughter has been accused of a crime, Williams Law is here for you. Call 402-522-6317 to get a free, no-obligation consultation and to get the representation you deserve today.
Are you watching the water slowly seep down the drain again? Go with a local solution. Go with trusted. AX Plumbing is here to help. With over 20 years of serving the metro area, AX Plumbing can do it all, from residential to commercial. They can even help with the new build installation service. Head over to axpservice.com today. There's financing available to qualified buyers and military discount too. Check out axpservice.com today. AX Plumbing. They'll leave your place cleaner than they found it.
Hi, I'm Vasily Sakas, your local mortgage expert at Lincoln Federal Savings Bank. With nearly 20 years of experience, I'm dedicated to providing a seamless home buying experience. Whether you're purchasing your first home, refinancing, or upgrading, I'm here to guide you with personalized service for many borrower types, including VA and FHA. Your first step is pre-qualification, knowing exactly what you can afford before you start shopping. Call me, Vasily Sakas, at 402-415-9249 or visit lincolnfed.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, neighbor. Oh my gosh, is your energy bill sky high again? When is it going to end?
Not anymore. My old windows were so drafty it felt like I had one open all the time. So I upgraded to Champion Windows.
Champion Windows. Are they really that good?
They're fantastic. Energy efficient, super durable, and backed by a lifetime guarantee. And right now, it's Champion's anniversary sale. They're celebrating over 72 years with 40% off new windows.
Wait, 40% off? That's a serious deal.
I know. I just went online and booked a free estimate. So easy.
So if I need windows and act now, I can save 40%?
Yep, but you gotta hurry.
Call 877-GO-CHAMPION or visit ChampionSaveNow.com to schedule your free estimate. Champion's 40% off anniversary sale won't last long. Call 877-GO-CHAMPION or visit ChampionSaveNow.com. All discounts apply to our regular prices. Select styles apply. Minimum purchase required. Cannot be combined with other advertised offers. See store or website for details.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
$7:21 on a Wednesday night edition of the After Hours Lounge, brought to you by Pyramid Contractors. If you're looking for a free estimate for your windows, your roof, your gutters, your siding, head over to pyramidroof.com. Get a free estimate tonight. It is open bar time, despite the intro that's playing right now. We'll do that maybe on the way out. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You act like you had to call your mom or something during that break. Shout out to Dan's mom. We know she's always listening. We appreciate it. But it is open bar time, where we do open up the show to you and we let you ask the questions that are on your mind that maybe we didn't cover in the show tonight. Just a few, because Dan forgot to post the open bar post on social media. We'll just blame him for that too. No, that's not
That's what happens.
His fault either. But whatever.
It's all Dan's fault.
John, not you, wants to know.
Okay.
If Curt Cignetti makes the college football playoff, is he still at Indiana next year? Now, there's a couple things to unpack here, because obviously, if he makes the college football playoff back-to-back years, thought process would be, well, he's going to get a bigger job somewhere. The problem is, Curt Cignetti is going to be 65 years old when next football season starts. So, I think this is his last stop, and I think he's he can do whatever he wants. And if he makes the college football playoff 2 years in a row, he's getting the Nick Saban, Dabo Swinney, even over the last couple of years, even under Mike Gundy in Oklahoma State. Like, he's going to be bulletproof in Bloomington. I don't think he leaves. I don't.
So, talking this out, there will be some big jobs available.
Probably Florida and Arkansas specifically.
I don't think Arkansas is a better job right now than Indiana. I just don't.
It'll probably pay more.
Yeah. But he's already got something rolling at Indiana. You have to start all over at Arkansas.
But you got to think about that man. And I don't think anybody would have said, yeah, but Indiana's not that great of a job. And he took that one.
It's better than James Madison.
That's true. But you would have been expected to walk into a bottom 3 job in the Big Ten.
Yeah. I think if Florida comes calling, it'll be hard to say no.
Sure. But do they want a 65-year-old head coach?
That's the question.
Yeah, it's gonna I don't know if it's going to be, is he at Indiana next year? I don't think that's the question we should be asking. The question we should be asking is, who's going to want a 65-year-old head coach? And now listen, if you're willing to sell your soul for 3 years of winning, and I'm not calling Curt Cignetti the devil here, but
I think you could get 5.
Yeah.
You can get 5 at a decent level.
But you've also got to take the temperature of your fan base too.
Yep.
Because it's going to be a jackwagon, but he's your jackwagon. Do you want to deal with him?
Yep.
I mean, we'll see.
And the only other thing I'll say is he played college football at West Virginia.
Yep.
Does he want to go back to the alma mater? Is that something he's even remotely interested in?
Well, they got Rich Rod now, though.
I'm saying if that job comes open.
You don't think it will?
I don't think it will. But that's That's like the one thing that you have to keep out there in your mind is that he's a former West Virginia player. I don't think that that's the case. I don't think they're firing Rich Rod
unless he keeps losing 41-10 like he did to Kansas this weekend.
But that's the only thing I would think about. I think even if he goes to the college football playoff, the smart money is on him staying.
Was West Virginia Kansas a call your shot game last week? Right?
It was not.
It was not. Okay, good, because I would have been wrong.
Yeah. So my only thought that I have on Curt Cignetti is his age, I think, does play a factor. But I think really the only thing that gets him really juiced in general is bringing a program that is not as good up to a level that is college football playoff worthy.
Does he want to? Yeah. Does he want to do it again somewhere else?
Yeah. And I think there's a part of me that says, just from everything that I've ever heard Curt Cignetti say, it seems to me like he's the kind of guy who likes being the underdog.
Yeah.
And likes
100%.
proving people wrong and likes giving the proverbial middle finger to the college football media.
Well, he's almost said as much as in talking about why he kind of came in guns blazing at Indiana. I was like, this is a place where you got to bring your own juice. And I brought all the juice I could possibly find and dumped it all into the cooler.
So I don't think he's leaving unless it's for a very, very specific program and a massive bag.
Derek, not the one that you would think this question comes from, by the way, I thought that was really interesting, said, you guys talk a lot about food. Name your top 4 favorite places to get wings in Omaha. Now, we've been very lucky to have a guy named Derek that sponsored the show for a while in Cunningham's. Theirs was fantastic. Honestly, that's up there for my top favorite wing. I love Oscar's Pizza and Wings as well. That's my favorite spinach artichoke dip in the city. But my top 4 favorite wings. I'm gonna go Cunningham's, Oscar's. I'll throw Caddyshack's in there, and Everett's on Maple.
So we have 3 of the same.
Yeah,
I have Cunningham's, Oscar's, Everett's, and my 4th is one that I go to because they have one close to my house, and I think it's like their wings are kind of underrated. Addie's.
Yeah, sure.
Addie's has pretty good wings. So those are my 4.
Yeah, I would go probably Oscars and Tracks are probably my top 2.
Yep.
Just from
Tracks was number 5 for me. It's just on the outside.
Proximities that I've always had to them. I would throw Cunningham's in there just from flavor profile alone. It was always and is always still top notch every time I get them.
Yep.
And then 4th place. 4th is tough.
There's so many good ones like that. My problem is more leaving people off than getting a 4th one.
I would probably have to say Everett's.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Just because it's always been one of my cleanups.
Steve wants to know, with the loss to Michigan, has your overall win-loss prediction for Nebraska changed? Mine has, and not because of the loss to Michigan. It's because the issues that we assumed were issues are actually issues. I think Nebraska's closer to an 8-4, 7-5 team this year.
I had Michigan as a loss on my schedule.
I did too. So it's not the fact that they lost to Michigan, it's how they lost.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my prediction of 9-3. I think nothing's lost as far as I'm concerned. I think expectations got a little higher based on what they did over weeks 2 and 3. Maybe undeservedly so because you were playing junior varsity teams.
Yeah.
But look, 9-3 is still out there for this team. They can absolutely still do that.
So it's 11-1 before you butt in, Dan.
It is.
All right.
But my opinion still has not changed. I would still say, in the words of one Dan Campanen, who I'm now quoting in the third person, we can still be 10-2, baby.
Dewan wants to know, how good of a job is the Oklahoma State job? Kind of what we're talking about with Curt Cignetti. They just seem to have a money problem. Like the fact that T. Boone Pickens is in hopefully a better place seems to be a pretty big issue down in Stillwater. Like it feels like they don't know where their NIL money is coming from.
So this is a hard judge because Gundy was so reluctant to adopt an NIL recruiting strategy.
Yeah.
Which everyone else in the country was doing. I mean,
outside of Clemson, South Carolina.
He didn't want to dip into the portal, which everyone else was doing. And like you've seen Dabo Sweeney be reluctant to do those things too. And how's it going for Clemson this year?
Not well.
It's hard to say because when Mike Gundy had it rolling, Oklahoma State was one of the 10 best jobs in the country.
I mean, had a pretty good offensive coordinator that they're probably going to call on.
So this is really hard to assess. I think it can be a good job, not a great job. I think it can be a good job. It's probably not a place you're going to win a national championship. You can win a bunch of conference championships in the Big 12 at Oklahoma State.
Well, and let's be honest, there's probably 5 or 6 places you can walk into and in a short time compete for a national title, even in a 12-team playoff era.
I would say as it sits today, the Oklahoma State job is a C. If we're going letter grade.
I was going to say C minus. But
today it's a C. Its ceiling is probably B plus.
Agreed.
Yeah, I was going to say it's probably about a 6 or a 7 on a 10-point scale of how nice it is to be the head coach of Oklahoma State football.
I was going to say, you definitely are talking about Stillwater as a town, but go ahead.
Oh, no. A whole different thing.
Like a 4.
But you've got a lot of opportunity for really good recruiting. You've got super fertile ground in that Oklahoma, Kansas, Texas, and that kind of little pocket that you're in there in Stillwater. You can pull in some decent recruits, and it's a job where if you are a good recruiter and a competent head coach and want to try to do something a little bit different, you can get your feet under you running pretty quick.
All right. What were the questions that we skipped over for Buy or Sell?
So I'm going to do the easy one first. ESPN is apparently making another documentary. Yes, another one about the 2004 Boston Red Sox. It will be a star-studded affair.
Will it?
Matt Damon, Bill Burr, at least one of the Afflecks is going to be in it. Katie Nolan, Neil deGrasse Tyson. But I ask you, buy or sell? It's time to close the yearbook on the 2004 Boston
Spend
Red
time.
Sox
It's overdone. Nobody cares anymore. It's been over 20 years. Move on.
Yeah, it was a good story. It was a fun story.
Was it? It was a great time.
It's old now.
Yeah. You made a movie about it. Jimmy Fallon got 15 more minutes of fame because of it. Move on.
Oh, he's got
I just feel like this topic has been we've covered
What
this.
don't we know about this story?
We've covered
It's been covered in nauseum. There's a 30 for 30 on it too, right?
There is a 30 for 30.
Yeah.
There is, I believe, one of those Netflix like behind the music sports kind of style documentaries about just the series with the Yankees. There is literally a movie about that time. There is also literally a movie about the moves that led to the Boston Red Sox becoming the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
With the signing of Johnny Damon away in Moneyball. It's ridiculous how like Boston sports fans are squeezing the juice out of this. Oh, and not to mention, there's a whole documentary series about last season's Boston Red Sox.
Are we doing this because the Patriots suck now? Is that basically what's happening?
They basically just said, we can't have a year where one of our sports teams that is good, but used to also be good. Like we have to give someone else another one of our sports teams. We have to remind you that at one point in time, the Boston Red Sox were a very good baseball team.
You don't have to do that.
Just like how we have to always constantly remind you that Bill Belichick and the Patriots were great.
Keenan Thompson's making a movie about Macho Man Randy Savage. You should have asked about that. Yeah.
That is going to be much better. And in my last one, because this is the one that I think is going to spark a little bit of weirdness between all of us. In an appearance on CNBC recently,
A little scared where this is going.
Roger Goodell.
Okay.
It's always going to be sports, Jimmy. I know the rules. Roger Goodell has made mention of possibly wanting to renegotiate the current NFL TV deals. Problem is, from a contract standpoint, those deals don't expire until the 2028-29 season with an opt-out clause a year before. Buy or sell, as Roger said, our TV partners would love to come to the table with us anytime to renegotiate these deals.
They probably would. You know why? Because I don't know if anybody's seen the TV numbers for the NFL. They're only going up. They're just putting them on more platforms.
Hey, remember when everyone said they were
going to more and more and more?
Never watch the
more.
NFL again?
Yeah, that's just a outright lie, and people are just going to keep tuning in every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. You know what I'm kind of half expecting is like what if we had Friday night games as a discussion coming soon? Listen, it's just like they want a platform where they're the only thing on TV like they have on Sundays. Friday night's really the only option for that, and they don't give two rips about high school.
And they've already
football.
chased college football off Thursday nights.
Yep.
Like college football, there used to be a big Thursday night game every week, and now we get nothing on college football Thursday nights. There are no big games on Thursdays anymore.
They own the day that used to belong to God, folks. I mean, it's all you really need to know. If you missed buy or sell or the open bar segment tonight, check it out on our radio replay page on 1620thezone.com. It was brought to you by Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sports. We're talking about football. You know what that means? That means it's fall, and the new fall lineup from Mizzen and Main, Johnny O, and Roan are all at 78th and Dodge. You know the spot. Get over to Jerry Ryan. You know what? They'll make your upper part of your body look great. They'll make the lower part of your body look great as well with new pants from Brax. You're not going to find a more comfortable, form-fitting pants than the new pants from Brax at Jerry Ryan, 78th and Dodge. They've been dressing Omaha for over 50 years. Will, won't, should. What's happening this week in college football? We come back. 1620 zone.
The real game changer in college athletics, it's coaches. And at Bellevue University, there is an experienced team of coaches who know you both as an athlete and as a person. Plus, there are student coach advisors who are there to provide individualized academic support every step of the way as you progress towards your degree. At Bellevue University, you're not just another athlete. You belong. We're for you and for college sports. Visit BUBruins.com.
Are you dreaming of your business dominating local Google searches, drawing in customers effortlessly? Look no further. I'm Courtney, the Google gal from Pixel Fire Marketing. Need assistance with your Google business profile? From verification to getting more reviews, fixing maps to tackling annoying Google calls? I've got you covered. Your profile sets you apart and ensures you're the top choice for local customers. Visit fixmygbp.com for our $297 special offer. Visit fixmygbp.com for more details.
Leaves are falling and footballs are flying. It's the season to celebrate, but it's tough to relax when your furnace starts shaking, rattling, and rumbling every time it turns on. With a maintenance plan from Controlled Comfort, you can enjoy peace of mind all year long. Our comfort specialist will perform a full HVAC tune-up and ensure your system is operating efficiently and reliably. Schedule your maintenance appointment today at ControlledComfort.com.
Control Comfort keeps it under control.
Life is unpredictable. With seasonal storms and plumbing issues hiding around every corner, you can't predict the future. So when life happens, go with a trusted, reputable company like Paul Davis Restoration. Fire, water, mold, or storm damage can all be restored by Paul Davis Restoration. Don't live in the aftermath of tragedy. Restore your home today. Call Paul Davis Restoration at 402-553-0373 today.
When you shop local, you help strengthen our community. So if you need roof repair, gutters, siding, even windows, call local Pyramid Contractors. They're the #1 roofer in Omaha for more than a dozen years. Let Pyramid Contractors come and give you a free estimate. Give them a call at 402-502-9300. That's 402-502-9300. Or visit them online at
PyramidRoof.com. Never settle for less.
Bella's Pumpkin Patch and Apple Orchard is celebrating its 41st year of creating magical memories. Swing into fun on the new swing ride called Aunt Kelsey's Apple Swing. Take a drive on Steph's fun Country Drive where the kids are the drivers. There are over 50 attractions included with admission, such as Jan's Carousel, a barnyard challenge course, zip line, live performances, train rides, and more. Bella's open daily 9 to 9, September 5th through November 2nd.
Hey, it's your favorite underdogs, John and Josh here for Underdog, something you can do right here in Nebraska with football season being back, college or pro. This is the best place to make all your picks and win money all season long. And again, Underdog can be done right here in Nebraska. Playing is so easy. Just pick your favorite players, whether they'll go higher or lower on very simple stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. And don't forget, you can do it with both college and pro.
Go to UnderdogFantasy.com today. John, my advice throughout this football season is to go higher on the stats, when a team is going up against my Dallas Cowboys, especially now that Micah Parsons is gone. So go to Underdog Fantasy today and sign up with promo code 1620TheZone to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code 1620TheZone. Must be 19 plus and present in Nebraska. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
You're listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
7:40 on a Wednesday night here at 1620 The Zone, brought to you by Pyramid Contractors. Head over to pyramidroof.com tonight. Get a freshman for your windows, your roof, your gutters, your siding. They do it all. Check out pyramidroof.com tonight. It's time for Will, Won't, Should. We're going to tell you what will, won't, and should happen this weekend in college football. I'm going to go and start us off. You know what will happen, John Schreiner and Dan Campion?
You're going to tell us.
Florida State is going to beat Virginia by 9,642 points. This Seminoles team is only favored by 6.5. This game is on Friday, and I think that's why this line is a little bit lower than maybe it should be. But I think this Florida State team is just going to run up and down the field on Virginia. A little worried about it being a Friday night game, but this Virginia team has given up 35 to NC State and 20 to Stanford. Both those offenses suck. Their offense has been explosive, scoring 31 in every game and over 40 in their three wins of their 4-game season. But I think Florida State and Tony White put that in check. Give me the Noles by a bunch.
Okay, here's mine. We will find out if the Ducks can quack in the big pond. This game against Penn State this weekend is the measuring stick. Like, we have been impressed to some degree by Oregon. But there have been some, like that Northwestern game where, like, yes, they won by 20.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as dominating as maybe you would have thought it should be.
Or like my betting slip said it
right?
should be.
But they blew out Oregon State. They blew out Oklahoma State. They blew out Montana State. Now, none of those teams are any good.
Right.
None of the teams that Oregon's played so far are any good at all.
Yeah, the damn sure ain't Penn State.
This is the measuring stick. This is when we find out if this version of Oregon is as good or maybe better than the one last year. Because you've heard a lot of people say, maybe this Oregon team's better than they were last year. We're going to find out. We'll know.
Where's the most conspicuous place we see the Oregon Duck mascot in the whiteout? Concession stand? It was like concession
stand. On a mountaintop?
For some reason, standing right next to James Franklin.
It's Oregon's version of Connor Stallions.
He has no rules. He can go wherever he wants.
Dan, what will happen this weekend in college football?
A stamp will be made this weekend. And it is the "We're a legit team" stamp.
Oh.
And it will be stamped by one Iowa State Cyclones football team. They are at home this weekend against Arizona in Jack Trice Stadium. And let me tell you something. Up to this point, beating Kansas State in Ireland, great showing. Applaud that. Hats off to you. They had the week off last week after a brutal win against Arkansas State. And you might be saying, Dan, brutal win? Yes, that game ended 24-16. That is one that they probably should have won a little bit more similarly to the South Dakota score of a 55-7. But now, this is their chance to prove we are the team to mess with this year in the Big 12.
You know what won't happen? Illinois will not be embarrassed twice. Last week in Bloomington, they were up against another high-powered offense, much like they're going to see this week in USC, but they're going to be in their barn this week. I think USC is going – we've seen them get into a couple of shootouts this year, specifically with Michigan State. This Illinois defense is going to be locked down this week. Give me Illinois to outright win in an impressive fashion.
Here's what won't happen. On Sunday morning, TCU will not be ranked in the top 25 as they are currently.
Michael Severe won't host a radio show. That would have been correct. Sorry.
TCU cracked the top 25 after starting 3-0.
Are they back, folks?
They are indeed not back. They beat North Carolina, who's
so
bad.
Is everybody else.
They beat Abilene Christian, who's nobody. And they beat SMU, who's not nearly as good as they were last year.
Yeah.
They face Arizona State this weekend, who is better than, I think.
Yeah, that Mississippi State loss is looking a lot better as the weeks are rolling on, by the way.
They're better than they looked in that game. Arizona State beat Baylor last weekend, who I still think is a pretty good team. Arizona State's going to beat TCU and knock them out of the top 25.
Mississippi State's 4-0 right now, and the folks in Tennessee might be a little worried about that game. Dan?
This won't happen?
What won't happen this weekend?
What won't happen this weekend? All right. So there is one sneaky game this weekend.
Oh.
It will be a dumpster fire. I can promise you that. That will happen. It will be a dumpster fire.
The sicko game of the week?
But what's not going to happen is UCLA is not going to get back on track because they are making the trek into
the over-under this game
quote,
is 44.5.
Into quote-unquote Chicago.
Yeah.
They're taking on Northwestern.
And I'm taking the under, by the way.
And let me tell you, with everything that UCLA has shown us so far this season, this should be 6.5 point favorite Northwestern.
Yeah, by the way.
I would buy the over on that one if you can. Get the over on that Northwestern win whatever the win margin is. Point margin.
If you give them 8 quarters, I don't think they're scoring 44.5 points between those two offenses.
No, it is going to be one of the ugliest games of the weekend. And if I would be lying to you if I didn't say that I will have BTN on at 2:30 on Saturday just to watch that for fun.
You know what should happen this weekend? Indiana should cover over Iowa. Indiana is obviously 4-0, but they're 3-1 against the spread. They didn't cover 23.5 against Old Dominion because Old Dominion is a lot better than anybody thought they were going to be this season. Just 7-point favorites last week. They won by 53 and hit the over by themselves. The over-under in this game is 48.5. I don't think they're going to get there because of what I said earlier. Like, Iowa just can't throw a forward pass because it's still 19-12 in somebody's mind, I guess. But I think this is another cover for Kurt Cignetti and a little bit of a trap game, though, because their next game, also on the road at Oregon. That's the only reason I have a little bit of hesitancy here, and probably a lot of the reason this line is as small as it is, but I think Indiana should cover against Iowa.
My should is another rankings thing.
Okay.
The Memphis Tigers should be ranked on Sunday morning.
Yeah, I can't believe they're not.
They're going to beat FAU
by a lot
to smithereens.
13.5 point favorites. The over-under 63.5. That tells you that Vegas thinks Memphis is going to score a lot.
I think they're going to score a bunch, and I think with some movement at the bottom of the rankings this week, the Memphis Tigers are going to crack the top 25 and cement their place early on in the season as the team to beat as the Group of 5 representative in the playoffs.
They're averaging 33 points a game. Pretty damn good.
My should is Lane Kiffin and the Ole Miss. I don't remember what their mascot is because
Rebels.
I don't know is it still that? Because I don't know if we can say that it's technically that anymore.
It
is still the Rebels.
Land Sharks.
Good job on not changing that one, guys. Mm-hmm. You change the mascot, but you don't change what the actual name of the team is. They should win this game. They should win.
Because it's at home?
Because it's at home and because Brian Kelly has proved that, unfortunately for him, in the big moments, he just doesn't live up to the hype. And I think Lane Kiffin is on a little bit of this should have been, could have been, we were the better team train right now. And he needs this win if he wants to make the college football playoff this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've been adamant about it. I think LSU wins the SEC, so I don't think that's going to happen. But we'll see how it shakes out. We're going to give you our trash takes of the night. We come back if you missed Will Won't Should. Check it out on our radio replay page on 1620thezone.com. It was brought to you by AX Plumbing. Home or residential, they can do it all. Check out axpservice.com for all your plumbing, water heater, gas piping, and backflow prevention issues. AX Plumbing is locally owned and operated. Leave your home or business cleaner than they found it. Check out axpservice.com today. We'll be right back. Trash takes the night, 1620 Zone. Hey, everybody, it's Jimmy out here for Paul Davis Restoration. Seasonal storms, they're not quite over yet. You're still going to see some hot and some cold temperatures over the next couple of weeks, and you know what's going to come with that? Thunderstorms at a high rate. And if they damage your house, maybe something falls on your home, and you see damage outside of the norm, you want to call this number, 402-553-0373, or maybe you do have some normal damage, some mold in the basement, or maybe, unfortunately, cooked turkey a little bit too long and get some smoke in your house. All that can be fixed, and you can have your home restored to the way it was for the damage card. 402-553-0373. Work with Paul Davis tonight.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all And full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters. And the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
Fall is the time to get to Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. Stop in and see John, Dan, Jake, Deanna, Matt, and Monier the Tailor. There's new fall apparel from Mizzen and Maine, Johnny O, Roan, and now pants from Brax. Stop by 78th and Dodge and look great for all of your fall events.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
Leaves are falling and footballs are flying. It's the season to celebrate, but it's tough to relax when your furnace starts shaking, rattling, and rumbling every time it turns on. With a maintenance plan from Controlled Comfort, you can enjoy peace of mind all year long. Our comfort specialist will perform a full HVAC tune-up and ensure your system is operating efficiently and reliably. Schedule your maintenance appointment today at ControlledComfort.com.
Control Comfort keeps it under control.
If you're looking for an authentic Italian experience, look no further than Pasta Amore. For 4 decades, Pasta Amore has been keeping the spark alive for couples in the Omaha area with their homemade pasta, made fresh every day. Our hand-picked selection of exceptional wines will put the nightcap on your evening that you expect. Open every day at 4. Stop by Pasta Amore in Rockbrook Village and enjoy dining in the romantic dining room or relax on our shaded patio.
Ready to make a positive impact in a young boy's life? Join Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Midlands and become a mentor where you are matched up with a boy in the greater Omaha area. Over 50 boys are waiting for someone like you to guide and inspire them. Visit mentoromaha.org and sign up to make a difference in a boy's life. Don't wait. Make a lasting impact today.
When you shop local, you help strengthen our community. So if you need roof repair, gutters, siding, even windows, call local Pyramid Contractors. They're the #1 roofer in Omaha for more than a dozen years. Let Pyramid Contractors come and give you a free estimate. Give them a call at 402-502-9300. That's 402-502-9300. Or visit them online at
PyramidRoof.com. Never settle for less.
Criminal, civil, personal. If you or a loved one is facing a lawsuit, let Williams Law represent you and your family today. With more than 20 years litigation experience in Nebraska, Williams Law will defend you with the dedication you deserve. If you're facing a DUI or if your son or daughter has been accused of a crime, Williams Law is here for you. Call 402-522-6317 to get a free, no-obligation consultation and to get the representation you deserve today.
Are you watching the water slowly seep down the drain again? Go with a local solution. Go with Trusted. AX Plumbing is here to help. With over 20 years of serving the metro area, AX Plumbing can do it all, from residential to commercial. They can even help with the new build installation service. Head over to axpservice.com today. There's financing available to qualified buyers and military discount too. Check out axpservice.com today. AX Plumbing. They'll leave your place cleaner than they found it.
The boys of summer are back. Kansas City Royals baseball can be heard all season long on your home for Royals baseball in Omaha, 1620 The Zone and 1180 The Zone. Royals baseball is presented by J. Stinnett Contracting. We have you covered.
You're listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Putting a bow on the After Hours Lounge on a Wednesday night, brought to you by our friends at Pyramid Roofing. Head over to Pyramid Contractors. Head over to pyramidroof.com. Get a free estimate for your windows, your roof, your gutters, your siding. They do it all. Check out pyramidroof.com. Get that free estimate tonight. It's time for our trash takes. What we're going to do is we're going to put a poll up on Twitter here with our 3 hottest takes of the night. To wrap up the show, you're going to vote on who had the best take of the evening. I'm having a change in lifestyle.
Oh.
You know what I'm going to start doing? When somebody puts out crap on the internet for clickbaits, I'm going to unfollow that person immediately. I can't, I almost came in here to start the show with this, and I went, you know what? This is better as my trash take of the night. For anybody posting on social media that Florida State has joined the Big 12, And it's true because they've done it in sand volleyball, but you're making it sound like a major conference realignment story. You're what's wrong with the country. There you go. I said
it. Tell us how you really feel, Jimmy.
What do you got, John?
So it's a little rehash on a take we talked about earlier. But listen, we in the media are expected to come out here night in and night out and give you our opinions on things, right?
We are.
And we're expected to make those opinions entertaining. We're supposed to be engaging. We're supposed to make you want to stay tuned in through the commercial break. That is our job, right? That's what we do here on terrestrial radio.
That's us.
When you have a podcast, your job is just to get people to tune in. Now, it doesn't matter necessarily whether they stay through the commercial break. What matters is how many people viewed or downloaded or listened to your thing. That's what the advertisers care about.
Clicks.
So a lot of these people who do these college football podcasts, who say these stupid things about Dylan Raiola, some of them, you can look at them and say, I think this guy's telling the truth. A la Tom Fornelli, which I explained earlier.
Yeah.
I think the guy just doesn't like Dylan Raiola and is finding any reason to drag his name through the mud.
Sure.
There are others out there who are doing this simply because people will click on it when they see the headline.
I'll double down and say most people are doing it for that reason.
There are people out there who play the hater because negative attention gets more clicks on social media than positive. You can ignore those people.
You can unfollow them, especially
You
if they give
don't
you
have
clickbait
to
crap.
listen to it. Their job is not the same as our job.
Mm-hmm.
Our job is to provide information, traditional media,
have takes,
have a well-founded, reasonable opinion. That's how I see my job, right? Is to give you the honest truth as I see it.
Yeah.
The podcast world doesn't work that way. The podcast world works on how much attention can I generate. It's a different game.
That's a them problem, by the way.
It is absolutely a them problem. And yeah, maybe I'm on my high horse a little bit. Maybe I'm up here talking about the superiority of the way.
Put it on the internet. John Schreiner said he's better than anybody on a podcast.
But some of these people,
I'd put it out there.
Some of these people are not in it for the truth and honesty about the situation.
So I just want to make sure I get your hot take or your trash take correct. John Schreiner greater than podcasters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Mine's really simple.
I'm voting for you tonight, by the way.
Mine's really is really simple. I would just ask the worldwide leader in sports, ESPN, do a fraction better. Because I know that the majority of the public, when they hear this, is going to go, "Meh." But people care about women's sports.
They do.
Women's sports matter. Women's sports are important. And right now, we are in the midst of the WNBA playoffs. And if you go right now to ESPN's website, click on the WNBA tab, and then click on the little drop that says WNBA playoffs, and it shows you all of the possible game times and the previous scores. Right now, congratulations. Both of the series tied up 1-1. Next games are on Friday on ESPN2, one after the other. A doubleheader of women's basketball. It is worth it for you to watch because this is probably some of the best basketball that you are going to see out of these four teams all year. My umbrage that I take with said website right now is if you look at the 1v4 matchup between the Minnesota Lynx and the Phoenix Mercury.
There it is.
Game 1, Lynx 82, Mercury 69.
Nice.
Game 2, Mercury 89, Phoenix 83. Who won that game? You tell me.
The other team.
The Phoenix Mercury won that game.
They played themselves.
But it says Mercury Phoenix.
Yeah.
Come on. It's not that hard to just fix that. You can copy and paste the names and redo a hyperlink. Have you never redone a hyperlink before? This is basic HTML code that you can learn to write as a high schooler. I could find you someone in the computer science program at Westside, Millard North, Millard South, literally any single school.
People are messaging me right now about your WNBA takes, by the way.
I appreciate
Throwing
it.
that out there.
I could find you,
You don't.
a
You
high
just
school
spoil it.
freshman.
You don't appreciate it.
I can find you a high school freshman who could do better than this right now. End of rant.
Hey, you don't have to check out the Four Letter Network's website. All you got to do is check out our website. Get our takes at all times of the day. It's at 1620thezone.com. Under the radio replay tab, you could find the After Hours Lounge. It was brought to you tonight by Allo Fiber. Allo has been empowering communities since 2003, helping people fixing hyperlinks by providing services like internet. You can switch to your internet provider to Allo Fiber tonight by heading to allofiber.com. They're the official internet provider of Husker Athletics, which is easy for me to say. For Dave Camp and John Schreiner, I've been Jimmy Allen. Go enjoy the WNBA finals or semifinals and enjoy National Cherries Jubilee Day.
Order 2.